Hello, everybody. Abdallah Ziraba is back here with a second video. This is a continuation of the video that I did about structuring a research project report by computer scientists. In our previous video, the focus was mainly on understanding the structures and the sections that are in computer science project reports, and we explained all this. I will not repeat it. I just want to give a recap. We talked about the aspect of understanding your problem, and then you do a proper write-up of your project where you are using narratives and you are also creating arguments with justifications and explaining or writing this to your reader to understand the steps that you took or you have undertaken to solve the problem. I also emphasized in my previous video that the social scientists' approach to research is a bit different from that of computer scientists' approach. The social scientists are interested in discovering the truth, the facts, and then explain this to the social world. So they write reports which mainly convey their findings, and they base their facts and their findings on previous studies to identify gaps, so they document about this and show how their studies will bridge up those gaps. So they're mainly doing table research or library research, where we said you gather information based on others, and you use that now to identify their gaps and try to generate a solution or findings that show that you discovered a problem. You solved a problem through research. Social scientists also do primary research, where they go to the field, gather the data, manage the data, clean it well. They have, data management processes, and after that they do analysis and report their findings. But whereas the computer scientists, they go far, they exceed that. Their interests are in carrying out experiments. They do designs and implementations of software products and programs. So therefore their approach quite differ from that of social scientists. So the focus of the previous video was to make emphasis on that, and also to show you how we structure reports based on approach of the computer scientists. And I advised that if I talk about something in this video that your supervisor did not say or did not recommend to use, I request that you stick to what your supervisor advised and recommended. Because at the end of the day, your supervisor is the one that is directly responsible in shaping your career path and your in your research path and your research journey. So always do get advice from your supervisor about how to structure your report. Where the advice, I want to repeat, where the advice given here is different from that of your supervisor, please, I insist, stick to what your supervisor has advised you or recommended that you do. So I will straight away go back to where we ended. The last time we were looking at the previous video, we had looked at the sections, the other sections of computer science report structure, and here we are looking at implementation. At the implementation level, you are documenting about your codes, your code details, and I'm saying don't put a complete list of your code, but describe a few aspects of your code in your report. It's also important that you discuss the interesting aspects of your code, the challenges, and also the source of where you took the code from. Some of the developers adopt codes from different sources and then you don't just take code and use it in your project and you have not acknowledged the source where you took it. So you cannot discuss everything, of course, on how you did your coding and your design processes, your design procedures. You may not be able to document all that, but it's important that you discuss what is very, very important, and you give a rationale for what you did, and you discuss all this in your report. The other section of computer science project report is the testing. Here you write about how your program or the system was verified. How did you test? You put the actual test results in the appendix. But the testing shows that you were trying to put up to understand that actually the product or the software works so well, and you must document about your testing. What were the findings in testing, and when you tested, how did this how did this bring about your improvement in the final software development and implementation? So you put all the actual test results in the appendix, and that section is useful if your project is a software engineering project than a research focused project. So once you have the test results, test details, test plans documented in your research project, your thesis or project report, all the readers, all those that will be reading, will understand how to pick it on in case they want to do an improvement on your software product or software system. This is a very important section, and this is the section about the results. It covers the different areas to the testing chapter, or the testing section, and it also talks about aspects where you are showing the outcomes or the end products of what you did. So in this chapter, you must detail all your simulations, all your experiments that you carried out with that code that you wrote, especially in the testing. And you must also be talking about why certain experiments that you carried out did not work well, or why were certain experiments carried out by you and not by the others that have developed a similar software product. So for very many graphs and tables, will be shown in this section, which is associated by this aspect of your write-up. If there is much that you want to document, I recommend you always put it in the appendix. But it is generally better to ensure that the tables or the text and all the graphs that illustrate how the product or software works are close to the text, so that it is easier for the reader to understand how the product or the software works. Finally, you do the final aspect or final section of a computer science research project report is conclusion, evaluation, and further work. Here we ask a question: what have you achieved? Give a critical appraisal, evaluate your own work, and be sincere. Let us understand what you have been able to accomplish and what you could not accomplish, and give reasons why you didn't accomplish certain aspects of your project. Maybe you didn't implement a certain aspect of your project. So the level of completion should be discussed at this level. Then finally, how could the work be taken further? You can show this in a section for further work. Perhaps you want another student next year to pick on from where you stopped, and you show areas of further research and further work, so that other scholars and other developers can pick it from there. Another section is appendices, and we are saying use appendices as necessary, and make the listing of all the computer source code should be placed here, so that other developers can be able to know how to manipulate your system. And you must also design a system manual. This includes all the technical details that one needs to know to use your system. Where is the code? What do you type to compile it? What would we want that it can enable a student to continue with your project next year by just reading your manual and by just amending your code and extending it. You also have to attach a user manual. This one gives information for someone to use what you have designed and implemented. Like I said, you must attach in your appendix test results, because you have to show that this is what came out, this is what you fixed, this is what you did not fix, this is what you included, or this is what you did not include. So don't add this in your report, but rather put it in your appendix. So the code listing, your code should be well documented, and if you have a great deal of code, please take your code to another page and make sure the rest is stored somewhere, either on a CD or on a storage device, and we can refer. Thank you so much. I think that marks the end. Bibliography, you show your references and all you have cited. So thank you so much and have a good time. This is Abdallah. Let's meet again in another video. Thank you and bye-bye.